This was covered in prior videos, but just in case, see how we have a layer here? We have our blank document, it's 20 by 30 inches. Make another layer. See, you add new layers with this little icon here, and if you hover over it, you should get add new layer. I don't know, the tooltip's not popping up, but it will on yours. And when you want a background layer, you want to make a solid color in the background, and you don't want to keep selecting it on accident. There are, of course, other ways to do this, but make sure you're on the background, on the bottommost layer. And then select your rectangle tool. We don't want to stroke. We do want to fill. What color do you want? I don't know. Let's just say that's the color you want for this project. I'm going to come up, pull down, and come down to that corner. Now, I'm also watching kids not get all the way there. How do I know if I got every single pixel? Well, look, click once on it. We have height and width. Your bar is longer than mine. It actually tells you where the X and Y are. I'm going to click on transform so I can see that. With my registration point, you have this on your bar. I'm working on a laptop, so I don't have as much real estate as you. With my registration point, my reference point, up here in the upper left-hand corner, I can see that my X and Y are both 0, positioned here. And I can see my width and height are 20 by 30. So it's not, if I click here and move this so I have that white line here, then again, you have this up there. With that reference point in the upper left-hand corner, I can change the X to 0, hit Tab, and then I've got 20 by 30 inches, which is the size of my background, right? Then I can lock this layer, move to this next layer, and that's where I'm going to put my work. Does that make sense? And then if I'm going to add imagery and text and I want to keep it separate, well, there you go. Maybe text goes here and my image goes here. And then what should we call this? How about BG for background? There you go. Now you're set up to work. You just have to know what layer you're on. And if you ever get here and you grab a tool and you say, hey, Scotchko, what's wrong with this thing? How come it's got this weird symbol? A pencil with a do not enter sign. What's that mean? That means you're on a layer that's locked. And you locked it, so you told Illustrator, don't let me draw here. Don't let me do anything. So Illustrator's a good dog. It does exactly what you say most of the time. And then you just move up to another layer and you can work. Right? Right? All right.